National Football League.
A look inside Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, NFC South rivals collide. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tirico, my partner Greg Olson. It is the rookie Ryan Fitzgerald who gets this started. Off we go from Raymond James Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason, and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. On the move, past the 40. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Complete to Cade First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On play action, Mayfield. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be forced out of bounds. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4. And now he's got his offense set up here early with first and goal.
A run on first and goal. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Here now, second down and goal. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead.
Panthers, nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Vita Vea getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irvin. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Scorton on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll go again here with Irvin. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
That's good for a first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On the handoff, it's Irving. Strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. Right back to Irving. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Gain of 6. That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Second and 1.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And the Bucs are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
A 7-yard gain.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he's in. Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
I'll tell you what, this offense has come out, and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs move out on top, 14-0.
Score, Buccaneers 14, Panthers nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They're an early hole, 14-0. Starts digging out soon. Begin this drive, first and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. Oh, Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
A second down throw for Young. He's got the first-round pick, Teteroa McMillan. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
So after one, 14-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Panthers football to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now Young, a very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. It's second down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. To the left side, to Godwin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Now, Mayfield. And he'll take it on in. Emeka Ibuka. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one. for this guy.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bucs will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Panthers nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense back onto the field. For their next possession, they find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. On the bootleg, it's Young. Wide open, middle of the field, he's got his receiver. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Now Dowdle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Panther first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Young. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And the Panthers going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
1st and goal, Carolina.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Dowdle. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. To the goal line and in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. His kick is good. Panthers get back in it. It is 21-7.
Panthers 7.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. Throwing right. It's taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Here's a 3rd and 10. Young. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Bucs have it inside the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Buccaneers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Now Young. Quick throw, taken in. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On second down, Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's good for 27 and a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He's got it inside the 5. He's in. Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Panthers.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Fitzgerald down for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Panthers are able to edge a bit closer.
Panthers 14.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
The Buccaneers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Over the middle, that's Godwin. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock is stopped with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Ibuka. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-possession game.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. To throw, Young. He'll spot his tight end, Mitchell Evans. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Young. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 2. Here we go. From the gun, it's Young. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Panthers first down. A gain of 9 yards. And a Panther first down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
He'll swing this out to Dowdle. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2nd and 7. Now Young. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there. And 3rd down coming up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, couple of yards short of the marker, so decision to make here as it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He's got a man! That's McMillan! And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's Young. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Hubbard.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. They'll try to run with Hubbard. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Tremble comes in motion. They'll go. Young. And this is hard. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Jalen Coker. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. He's got it. Panthers are back to within 7. It's 28-21.
Panthers 21.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Give. This is Irving. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
This is 3rd and 6. A tight end in motion now. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw, Young. Oh, he gets that downfield to Tremble, the tight end. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Next way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Tremble comes in motion. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second down, Young. This one to the tight end, Tremble. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
First down, Carolina.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
Tremble comes in motion. Young to throw on first down. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On the bootleg, it's Young. He'll look underneath here and finds Dowdle.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. To return is Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Mayfield. Left side, he's got Ibuka. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. It's Otten in motion. He'll run with Irvin. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. On 1st down is Young. A pass taken in by Dowdle. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Young. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is the former Pro Bowler, Hassan Reddick, in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw, Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
To return is Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Buccaneers offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Tight end on the move left. Here's Irving. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
On the ground, it's Irving. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Shot clock. Mayfield. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To throw is Mayfield. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Otten. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.